Hello, hello, and welcome to Tea Time with Tayvin Bayless. For those of you listening for the first time, thank you for joining me today. I hope you find something useful to take away from this episode. For my returning listeners, what have you been up to? Learned anything interesting since we last talked? There's a strange phenomenon that happens when someone hears a word over and over again. Sometimes, when you're overexposed to a word in a short period of time, your brain will stop recognizing it as a word with meaning. You suddenly begin to hear the sounds as meaningless nonsense. This phenomenon is called semantic satiation. That's a complex phrase for a very common experience. It's completely harmless, and your sense of the word's meaning will return once you've had a break from hearing it. Has it ever happened to you in your native language? I may have experienced a related phenomenon called visual satiation. Visual means related to eyesight, so you may have already guessed what it means. Today, I stared at the same scene for so long that the thing I was looking at lost its meaning in my mind. But before I tell you about that, I want to share an English phrase that frames today's story. The phrase is, hit the road. To hit the road means to depart, to leave a place, or to begin a journey. It's a casual, everyday expression, the kind you'll hear all the time in American English. Here's a quick example. This morning, after a week in Indiana, it was finally time for us to hit the road. For those of you who have never visited the US, it can sometimes be difficult to imagine the scale of distances involved in a road trip. Not all road trips are the same. Some are longer, some are shorter. This one is medium length by my experience, and we spent 10 hours on the road today. 10 hours on the road with an irritated 10-month-old baby. 10 hours sitting in a car seat that was just a little too small for me to be entirely comfortable. 10 hours on the road, and we're only halfway home. After 10 hours of staring through the front windshield at the endless highway stretched out in front of me, I began to wonder, what even is a road? What am I looking at? Will this never-ending path of discomfort and monotony actually lead us back home? I'm now sitting in our blessedly air-conditioned hotel room in a comfortable bed. I've had a break from staring at that endless road, and I think the meaning of it has begun to return to me. A road is a physical path cleared of obstacles to make getting to a destination possible, and it's really quite miraculous that I have this road to travel. Without it, the journey that is taking my family 2 days would have taken months or even years. This is a journey of 1,200 miles, nearly 2,000 kilometers. I can't imagine what it would be like to cover that distance having to make your own road. But a road is not only physical. We often talk about metaphorical roads, like the road to English fluency. What does that road look like for you? Maybe, like my experience today, it's long and a little uncomfortable. Maybe you find yourself doing the same things over and over again until it begins to feel meaningless. But in today's world, that road can also be pretty miraculous. With tools like italki, where you can speak with native English speakers from around the world, or YouTube, podcasts, TV shows, music, and books, all easily available to you, your road to fluency is paved in a way that was unimaginable 100 years ago, or even 50 years ago. All right, let's take a closer look at today's expression, hit the road. Hit the road. It's a phrasal verb, 2 words that together mean something different from what they literally say. If you think about it too hard, it doesn't make much sense. You're not actually hitting anything. The road is not being harmed. But in English, we use hit the road to mean let's go. It's time to leave. We're starting the journey. It's a casual expression, relaxed, conversational, and very American. You wouldn't use it in a formal email or a business meeting, but among friends, in everyday conversation, it fits perfectly. You're heading out after a visit, time to hit the road. You're starting a vacation, we hit the road at 6 in the morning. You're leaving a party, we should probably hit the road soon. Now, here's what I find interesting about this expression in the context of today's episode. I hit the road this morning in the literal, physical sense. I got in the car and started driving. But I'm also hitting the road in a bigger sense. My family is at the beginning of a new journey, looking for a new home, stepping into a new chapter. Both meanings apply at the same time. So here's your challenge before the next episode. Use the phrase hit the road at least once this week. It doesn't have to be dramatic. Even if you're just leaving a friend's house or heading out to run errands, hit the road. Get comfortable with it. It's one of those expressions that will make your English sound immediately more natural. There's one more thing I'd like to share before I go. It's a quote from one of my favorite book series, The Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson. The quote is, "Journey before destination." Earlier, I talked a lot about the difficulties and discomforts of today's drive. All of that was true, but it's not the whole picture. There were many beautiful moments along the way. Trees lining both sides of the road, their branches reaching above us as if trying to connect with a long-lost friend. The sound of my daughter's laugh as my wife sang along to Disney songs in the back of our car. The park in the middle of a small town in the middle of nowhere, where we stopped to stretch our legs and push my daughter on the swing. Each of those moments was precious, and if I focused too much on the end goal, I might miss the meaningful moments of the journey to get there. Journey before destination. It's worth thinking about, on the road and off it. And with that, my cup is empty. Thanks for joining me for tea time. Until the next pop.